Okay guys, today I'm Motor Car Nut, and today we're going to be replacing a fuel pump on a 2011 Ford F-150 with the Supercrew cab. The bed is off. I'm doing it with the bed off. I have a video on taking the bed off. If that's how you want to do it, it's not that bad. Or you can drop the tank, but you know, you're working on your back and everything, all the lines they can break, whatever. So once the bed is off, your pump is right here. You're going to take, either you have a spanner wrench to take this off, or you're going to hit it with a, you know, like a hard plastic tool and a hammer to spin this lock nut out of the way. Over here, you have a little red tab. You take that tab out, and you press this. It comes out. Over here, over here, and even if, let's say if you're working underneath and doing doing it underneath, dropping the tank, these can be a little tricky to see what you're doing over here. You see over here, you have to get it in between here. You see this little notch, and it comes out like that. You take that, like that, and then you see these little tabs. You just push them in on all sides. Here, and you just push them in like this. It's hard to do holding the camera, but you get the idea. You push these both in, and then on this side, you just you put the screwdriver on the red clip and just pull it out. You don't have to pull it all the way out. And on this one, you have a little, see these little white things right here? You push them both in. You hold these two both in, and you push it in, and the same thing. It's gonna come over. It's gonna come out here. You put a screwdriver in there, and you pop the clip off. All right, I'm gonna do that and show you the next step. Okay, you see, I pushed it out about that far, and then this comes right off. I don't want to do it I put the light, already loosened the lock ring. Hold on. And this one too over here. Oop. See how that came off? All right, and the same thing with this one. Okay, then there's a little plastic clip here. You just want to move this out. You see how it is? That's how far it comes out. The sheet comes out. Same thing with here. And you just want to move it just as enough that you can get the pump out. Then you take the lock ring off. Again, don't use metal to metal. You make a spark here, that's bad. You don't want to use any kind of a metal to metal. You use like a rubber mallet with a hard piece of wood or something like that, or a spanner wrench. To have a wrench that, you know, is specifically made for this to turn it off. I prefer that instead of rocking everything and shocking everything, especially the new one. All right. Okay, now as you're working out the pump, if this is an original pump, it's very, very tight fit. And what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to work it around, because if it's sometimes they like swell up a little bit, and the hole is so tight that you may have to maneuver it a little bit, you know, a little bit on both sides until she comes up. She won't just come straight out. Maybe, unless it's a newer pump, you'll get lucky, but this is an original pump. It's been in here 10 years. So, you know, the circumference of the pump base over here, it can swell up a little bit and make it very difficult to get out. All right? And then once you get it out, you just tilt it to the side. That's your gas. And basically, that's it. So basically, when you take it out like that, as soon as you clear the hole, you tilt it to the side and you take it out. All right? But like I said, that base was very, very tight. This right here, because this is all plastic. You see how it swells up a little bit and didn't want to come out. All right, and this is probably the thing that got, that's bad. Doesn't even feel good. Doesn't even feel like it's doing anything. I don't feel nothing. Look at that. Look at that, nothing. All right, and you just reverse the removal procedure to put it back in. And when you're over here, sure enough, I got a full tank of gas. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad in there. Maybe in the right now it's the winter. Maybe in the spring I'll drop the tank, clean it out, and that's the proper way to do it. You clean it out, and then you put the fresh pump in there. But right now it's freezing. It's gonna start to snow. So, all right. So you use a brand new O-ring. And the lock ring, if it's not all rusted up, you can reuse it. But there's a kit that usually comes with the clamp and the O-ring. Okay, the one I just pulled out, if you can see, I think you can see in there, you see? It's supposed to have two prongs. You see it has one over here. Here's the new one. You see the new one has well, 4 little prongs. Over here, only got two missing. And that's why she's not working. All right, and people say, oh, you put the additives in there to clean it up. See, but in the meantime, how are you gonna clean that up? All right. Just wanted you to see that. Okay, here's another tip. If you have, let's say if you open it up and a little bit of dirt falls in there, don't worry about it. What you can do is use a piece of hose like this, as long as it's below the level of the fuel tank. Let's say if the fuel tank is still up and you have another gas can below, which you can use, you can siphon, you can put this in the tank and siphon it and act like a vacuum cleaner and suck up all the little particles of dirt, you know. And then what you can do, if you still want to use the gas, you can take this gas and drain it, you know, into like a strainer, a very fine paper strainer or whatever, to recycle the gas, put it in your lawnmower, whatever. All right. Okay, when you install it, make sure you look, maybe get a little inspection glass, a little mirror, and look around. Make sure that the green seal is seated all the way around. It didn't fall in the tank. All right, and you put your connections on nice and tight. All right, you put everything back the way it was, even in the little plastic holder here. And it's a good idea to start the truck. If you drop the tank, well, then you're gonna have to, you know, wait till you put it up. But if you're doing it like I'm doing, you start the truck, make sure it works, make sure your gauge works, make sure the pump, everything works good before you put the bed back on. And this is the kit I got with the little O-ring and the clamp. Got it on Amazon. You can look it up. I think it's like about 25 bucks, something like that. All right, guys, Motorcar Nut. Please subscribe, hit that like button. Any questions, leave them below. And thanks for watching. All right, bye.